Hey, what's up everyone? Josh Quinones here, and today's video is all about the Samsung Galaxy S21. Now, for those of you that don't know, I am all about using the bigger, more feature-packed devices, which is why I purchased myself the Galaxy S21 Ultra and have been using it for some time now. And I also have the Note 20 Ultra and the Galaxy Z Fold 2. So, as you can see, I am all about the bigger and better devices, but Samsung was actually nice enough to reach out and ask if I wanted to check out the smaller Galaxy S21 here on the channel. So I thought, you know what? Why not? Let's go ahead and check it out and see what I think about it. So I have been using it for just about over a month now. Now, even though they sent this out to me, all thoughts and opinions are still my own. So starting off with some of the specs here, still getting that Snapdragon 888, just like what we get with the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. This device right here has 128 gigabytes of storage with 8 gigabytes of RAM, a 4000 milliamp battery, and a 6.2-inch 1080p AMOLED display. Now, I gotta be honest here, there are some things that I feel this device is missing, but I did not expect to enjoy this device as much as I have. And I think a lot of it has to do with the smaller form factor. I don't have the biggest hands, so the smaller size of this device just makes one-handed usage so much easier no matter what I'm doing on this device. Now, I think the overall design is great. I really like what Samsung did this year with the whole camera module, just kind of looking like it's melting into the top corner of the phone. Now, it is a plastic back, which helps prevent shatter, but with this matte finish it has, it's kind of hard to tell, unless of course you're sitting there tapping the back. But compared to the S21 Ultra, I mean, they pretty much both almost feel the same. Although I will say, if I had to pick between the matte black and the purple, you know, I'm going matte black all the way, but the purple and gold does make for a good color combo. Now, going over to the display, I say this all the time. Samsung has the best displays in the game. You're getting an all-screen experience with very little bezel, and I really love how the colors just pop. It's a nice, vibrant display. Then, of course, we get that camera hole punch cutout, which, in my opinion, doesn't ever seem to get in the way no matter what I'm doing. Now, this is a 1080p display, which is a lower resolution than what we get on the S21 Ultra. I don't find it super noticeable when just scrolling through the phone. The only time you're really going to notice the lower resolution is when you're doing things like watching content or playing games that do support that higher resolution. Now, even though it is a 1080p display, we still get that 120 hertz of smoothness. So performance is great. It's been super snappy, super smooth. I can scroll through the phone easily without any hiccups. I can scroll through my social media with no lag, and gaming has been great as well. Now, I will say that I did feel the phone start to get just a little hot when playing games for a long time. Nothing too crazy, but I thought I should still mention it, seeing how this is part of my experience with this phone. Now, the speakers do get fairly loud, not as loud as the S21 Ultra, and they don't get as much low end, but they do have a nice clean sound to them with its stereo speaker setup. Battery life has been okay, not the best I've seen, but it does get me through my full workday. I'll find myself having to throw it on the charger a little early in the evening if I do want to make it a little later into the night. It's nice that this device does support fast charging, but I probably average around 5.5 hours of screen on time a day. Now, when it comes to the cameras have been great. I mean, it's what you can expect from a Samsung device. Whether I'm using the selfie camera, main lens, telephoto lens, or the ultra wide angle lens, I've been able to get some great shots. And honestly, I can't even tell a difference between the pictures taken on this device and my S21 Ultra. Unless, of course, I start using the other sensors and super zoom on my Ultra, then yeah, that's a different story. But other than that, I can get some great shots on the smaller S21. And I can say the same thing for video. I personally think video quality is great. Here's a little sample of some 4K video with both the front and rear camera. All right, so here's just a quick video test using the front-facing camera at 4K 30 frames per second. What do you guys think? What do you also think about the mics? How well is my voice coming through? And what do you think about stabilization as well? Just doing a nice steady walk here, but you know what? Let's go ahead and do a nice steady jog. And this is handheld, no tripod, no gimbal is being used. So let me know what y'all think about stabilization as well. Not looking too bad here in the viewfinder. Going to pan around. Let's go and check out the rear-facing camera. All right, so taking it over to 4K 30 frames per second on the rear-facing camera. Really liking how the colors are looking, at least here in the viewfinder.
Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Go ahead and walk around here a little bit, check out stabilization. Again, all handheld. Then we'll take it into a nice little jog here. Let's go bother the ducks. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Woo! There we are. Look at this, absolutely beautiful. And then we also have the option to use the telephoto lens at 3 times. We can also zoom all the way to 12 times if we want. And we can even take it out to the ultra wide angle lens. Look at that. That way you get to capture more in your shot. Let me know what y'all think.
Now, overall, I think this device is great, but there are some things that I wish it had, like the S Pen support that we have in the Ultra. We don't have that with the smaller S21. I also wish it had SD card support because me personally, I actually use it. And I said the same thing about the Galaxy S21 Ultra, so I hope Samsung brings that back in their next lineup of Galaxy S devices. I also think we should get all of the same features that we get in the Ultra device because after using this smaller S21 for some time now and actually enjoying it, I can see why some people would rather get the smaller device rather than the bigger one. But for those that want all of the best features and specs, they are forced to buy the bigger device. But those are just my thoughts. Like I said, overall, I have been enjoying my time with this phone. I think it's a great phone for anyone in the market for a smaller device that runs great. It's currently going for around $799 right now, but if you have an eligible trade-in, you can get it for just $99. So that's a great deal if you ask me. So if you find yourself interested, I'll make sure to leave a link down in the description below. But y'all let me know your thoughts. If you liked this video and found it helpful, make sure to leave a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any other future videos to come. Thank you all so very much for watching. This is Josh Quinones. I will see you on the next one. Peace out.